Hello, welcome to AI Playbook, and today we're taking further our AI chatbot. Now, the thing is, in my last lesson, I was able to explain the importance of RAG, the concept of RAG. And what we're going to be doing today is to practicalize the entire process. So of course, we need to revisit our project. So if you go to the GitHub link that will be shared in the description of this video, you would see that we have some starter kit here that we can use. So all you need to do is to either download the zip file or clone it. So once you have it on your local machine, the next thing you need to do is to just take a look at the folders. Do you have something similar? We have the README, we have the .env file where you store your secret file. We then have the document. So this document here contains the document that we're going to be playing with. And in real sense, sometimes when you think of these documents, these are the informations that we'll need from the business to serve as the knowledge base to the algorithm. We have a requirement of TST. These are all the packages we need. For those who are not used to Python, you can more or less just take a look for a crash course on how Python work, or precisely Django. And I also try to have a link in the description to help you as well. Okay, so let's take a look at what we even have in the README section. So what you will need to run this, or in fact, let's start with this introduction here. So this project is Retrieval-Augmented Generation system using LangChain, OpenAI and Pinecone, for document processing. So like I explained, we need to get the PDF, we need to break down the PDF into chunks, and once we break down into chunks, we can then transcode them and store them on the database. So from there, we can then retrieve them as we want from the vector database. So you need Python 3.8 or higher version. You need OpenAI API key. You need Pinecone key as well. We'll try to visit all of the platform and see how you can get yours. So you can either run this on Linux, or you can do just work on it via window. Whatever works for you is fine. So, but just ensure that you follow the instructions. If you're on Windows, if you're on Mac or Linux, you can start from here. And if you're a Windows user, you can start from here. So let's say, for instance, we go to a project right now and we choose to find out which current Python version do we even have. So I'm just going to pin up the terminal here, and we're just going to say Python version. You can see the version I have in my system is Python 3.13, 3.13.1. Your version may be different, but just ensure that you're running from Python 3.8 upward. Okay, now the next thing on this instruction here is to ask where the Python you're currently working on, where is it? So if I type this, which Python, we're not getting anything because there's no Python here in the folder. So one thing we can do is to create a virtual environment, and the virtual environment is going to help us to have a Python version that we can use. Now, if you look at, so you can run this command. It says Python vmv, from vmv create vmv folder. Okay, so I have mine already, but I think I can just go ahead and delete it. So once we have it deleted, we can create it again, and that will be it. So it's currently still loading. I think it's done, so we can just do that. Then one other thing we need to do when we create the VMV is to, oh, I see what's going on here. So you have two versions. Okay, I think I might need to redo what I just did. So option 2 is to install specifically, tell Python or tell your computer specifically which Python to install. So I think it would be nice that I just terminate that. Let me clear this out. Let me delete this again. So it will be very important that we use Python 13, because I remember while preparing for this lesson, lower version didn't work. So in order to ensure that this work, you may want to use 13.13. Okay, so let's use this. And if you're Mac user, all you need to do is just type in something like this, the version, Python version venv, and that should work. Okay, so while that is installing, the next thing we need to do is to activate the Python environment. And for us to do that, all we need to do is run the script here. Okay, yeah, so we need to activate the Python here. So I'm just going to hit that, and you can see that the venv is activated. Now if I say Python where, okay, that's still not showing anything, but that's fine. So now we can just say we need to install the requirement now. So all of these things, we need to install them. If you don't run this Python version, you're likely to run into issues, or better still, it depends on when you're watching this tutorial. You can go ahead and use the latest version, but just ensure that whatever issue comes, you're able to resolve it. So pip install requirement.txt. So what we're doing with this command is installing everything we have inside of this. So you're just going to go ahead and install them one by one. All right, so the next thing is to configure our .env, where we'll need an OpenAI API key. We also need Pinecone, then we'll need as well the index. I'm going to show you other things one after the other. So we also need to place a PDF. Yes, I have a PDF. You can replace the PDF with whatever you want. You can add as many PDF inside that folder as you want. Then we can deactivate the environment, as the case may be. So while this is still loading, you can see that I have the document here. So you can remove these while I am using Sterling Bank. You can use any other organization. Just ensure that your document is inside of this folder and it should work. Okay, so while this is installing, then we need to create our notebook. So for us to be able to do this, we need to run Jupyter Notebook. And for us to do that, so all we need to do here is to create rag.ipynb, and that's what we have here. So currently now you can see that Jupyter Notebook is activated for us. So all we need to do right now, once it's done loading, is that we just need to start typing into this, and that should be all. Okay, now that we are at this stage, the remaining thing for us now is to actually start coding, writing all of the logic that we need to ensure that we start running our algorithm to process our document, and in the end give us the result that we want based on the context of this very document. So that's why the plan is to keep this very simple. So we're going to just approach it in a very simple way. Just ensure that you follow my step every process along, so that you don't get left behind at any point. And of course, if you have any question thus far in some of the things we've implemented, don't hesitate to reach out to me, leave a comment, and I'll be willing to respond to you. And that's how we wrap it up on this one. If you like this video, subscribe to our channels and follow us on all our social media handles. Until next time, I'll see you in the next one.